Hello there, ladies and gents, and today I will be discussing the greatest flexes in Dragon Ball. And just so you know, this is the original Dragon Ball and not DBZ, GT, or Super, because those deserve videos of their own. Now let's get into it. Number 10. At number 10 we have Weird Carrot Man Bunny Dude. And this Rabbit Man has one of the greatest powers in all of Dragon Ball. It is the most OP thing you have ever seen in your entire life. Basically, anyone he touches becomes a carrot. Now you may be thinking, Nani? What? Basically, he can touch anybody he wants and they turn into a carrot. This man can walk up to Beerus, touch him on the shoulder, and bam, yo, you got yourself a carrot. That's how you defeat everybody. It's the most OP ability ever made. But that is not a flex. The flex comes from Goku, because when Goku was fighting him, he obviously cannot touch him. But Goku had a stick. But this wasn't just a random ass stick, it was a special stick. Basically, it could extend to any length. So Goku, right, smacked him with a stick. And that would be the end of it, because Rabbit Man is kind of a weak bitch. But that wasn't the end of it, because Goku took the stick, shoved it up Rabbit Man, and then extended all the way to the moon. I'm serious. He extended it all the way to the moon for no reason. He could have just smacked the rabbit dude on the head and that would have been it. But no, Goku had to go out of his way to extend the stick all the way up to the moon and just leave the rabbit dude's ass there for no reason. That was number 10. Now on to number 9. At number 9, we have the time Krillin fought this one weird, fat, smelly, gross dude. Anyway, they were in a tournament, and the smelly dude, basically he didn't bathe a day in his life, so he was gross AF, which was basically all of Europe during the Middle Ages, but let's not talk about that. Anyway, a gross fat man just like walks up to everybody, and everybody in the stadium is just like, ugh, he's so gross, I can't breathe. And, everybody's like falling, like getting knocked out because his smell is so bad, he's so repugnant. And Krillin is just like, I have to fight him, he's so gross, how am I gonna win? But then Goku's just like, hey Krillin, you don't have a nose. And Krillin's just like, that's right, I don't have a nose. So he was unaffected by the smell, so that's how he was able to beat the smelly dude. So big flex, Krillin, not having a nose. Such an OP ability, good job. Now on to number 8. So this takes place during the second tournament arc with Goku and his friends. Basically, there was a three-year time skip between the first tournament and the second tournament. And now Goku came back and everybody's like, oh Goku, you look so buff. What happened? What were you doing? And then Goku's just like, I was training on this island, halfway around the world. No big deal. And so Bulma's just like, whoa, how'd you get here? Like, you don't have any money. Did you fly? Did you take a car? Did you take a boat? How'd you get here? And then Goku was just like all nonchalant, I swam halfway around the world. And everybody was just like, Nani? So yeah, big flex, Goku. Let's move on to number 7. At number 7, we have Master Roshi. But not regular ass Master Roshi pervert ass dude. We have Jackie Chun Master Roshi. Now, you might be wondering, did Jackie Chan appear in Dragon Ball? And no, he did not actually.
Hey, I'm Jackie!
This is Jackie Chun with a U. And you might be wondering, what? Well, basically, in order to enter the tournament, Master Roshi, who is world famous by the way, he put on a wig. And he decided to compete, and nobody was able to recognize him. Goku and Krillin spent a year training with this man, and yet none of them could recognize him because he put on a wig. It was a crappy wig too. He just glued it onto his bald head. So yeah, nice flex, Master Roshi, master of disguise. Now, on to the next flex.
1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom, boom. A martial artist life is the only life for me.
Now this is another Goku flex. So when Goku was still a little wee boy, he was running around and he met Master Roshi, and him and Bulma were traveling by car because nobody knew how to fly yet because it wasn't really a thing. And as they were traveling by car, they met up Master Roshi so that he could like put out a volcano or something like that. I don't remember what happened. Anyway, so they got Master Roshi, and Master Roshi did like this huge ass Kamehameha, whatever. And he destroyed the whole mountain, and Goku was just like, whoa. But that is not the flex that I want to talk about. The flex I do want to talk about is after that, Goku's just like, hey, Master Roshi, I want to do a Kamehameha. But Master Roshi's just like, psh, you're just a boy. You'll never be able to learn it. It took me 50 years in order to learn this technique. And then Goku's just like, Kamehameha! I think he does it. It's like a small one, like a baby Kamehameha, but he still does it. It totally like wrecks the car that they were driving on. And Master Roshi's just like, so yes, massive flex, Goku. Flexing on 50 years of Master Roshi's life. Congratulations. On to the next flex. So this next flex comes from Mercenary Tao. Now, for those of you who don't know, Mercenary Tao was like this huge ass opponent, like nobody could beat. He was the world's greatest assassin, before all this crazy stuff started going on, like in Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, so he was like dangerous and stuff, right? So there are two flexes that I want to mention. First was when he blocked a bullet with his shoe, right? He was just walking and somebody just wanted to like shoot him in the face, right? But then like he took a shoe, he like flipped it over his head, right? And then it bounced off his shoe and shot the dude right back in the face. Like, how is that a massive flex? But that is not the flex that I want to talk about. The flex that I do want to talk about was he was meeting with like these huge ass army generals, like and stuff like that. And they were just like, hey, yo, can you go and kill Goku? And Mercenary Tao was just like, I got you, fam. Don't worry about it. And so they were just like, hey, yo, we prepared like you a helicopter or a jet or something. But Mercenary Tao is just like, I don't need all that. And at this point, just so you know, Mercenary Tao can fly. He was one of the first people, I think, that he could fly. But instead, he was just like, can I borrow this pillar for a second? The generals were just like, what? And so he smacked the pillar in two places. He like punched it, and then he ripped it out of the wall. And then he's just like, hey, thank you for the pillar. I will return it shortly, right? So he freaking flings the pillar at wherever he's going, and then he just jumps on it, just rides it all the way there, because flying would take too much energy, so he just like rides the pillar to where he needs to go. Massive flex, massive flex. Thank you. On to the next one. So this next flex also comes from Goku, but first you need a little backstory to understand this. Basically, when Goku was fighting King Piccolo, he got his ass beat completely, right? And so everybody thought that he had died, and everybody's just like, oh no, Goku died, right? So the next strongest person after Goku was actually Tien Shinhan, Tien. You guys know who Tien is, the bald dude with the third eye on his forehead, creepy ass dude, yeah. So he decided, I'll stop King Piccolo by myself. Now, obviously, he couldn't do this. So when he went up to King Piccolo, he's just like, hey, yo, King Piccolo, I'm gonna kick your ass. But then Piccolo's just like, hey, yo, you're too weak for me to fight you, So he just like, just so you know, Namekians, they're they are asexual. So they reproduce by like throwing up eggs, right? So Piccolo's just like, bleh, and throw up an egg, and inside this egg was this like big ass Namekian weird dude, and he was fat. But anyway, Tien's just like, I fight him, but like the big dude just like beat the crap out of Tien like it was nothing, right? And Tien was all on the ground dying and everything, and then Goku showed up, and he's just like, hey, then Goku showed up, and Goku's just like, hey, don't worry, Tien, I'll beat him, right? And the big ass Namekian dude, he's just like, you'll never be able to defeat me. I'm too strong for you. And then Goku's just like hit him once. He kicked him in the face once, and his head exploded. So thank you, Goku. Massive flex. On to the next one. Oh, this is the final Goku flex in this video, so it will be epic. So this comes after another training arc, post time skip. So Goku's like hella strong now. And he enters another tournament because Dragon Ball is full of tournaments, because that's kind of the whole point of the show. Anyway, so he goes up against Tien Shinhan again, right? And Tien's just like, oh, I am so much stronger now. I'm so much faster. Goku, you are so weak, right? So they begin to fight, and Goku is indeed slower than Tien Shinhan, right? But then Goku's just like, I'm gonna take off my training weights. And so he just like started taking off his clothes, and like everybody was just in the crowd just like, what the hell is he doing? Why is he taking off all his clothes? And so Krillin, he's just like, hey, yo, Goku, don't worry, I'll take your clothes. So he picks up the clothes, and he's just like, why is this so heavy, right? And so like he drops it on the floor, one of his training weights, and it cracks the floor, and Tien's just like, what the hell is happening? So anyway, and then Goku's just like, hey, yo, Tien, right, before we resume our fight, do you mind if I do some stretches? Then Tien's just like, yeah, okay. So then Goku just starts doing like all his stretches, doing punches and kicks. He's like created a whole ass tornado, right? And then after this, he's just like, okay, Tien, I'm ready to fight. So he just flexed on Tien for a full 5 minutes while doing his stretches. So thank you, Goku. Massive flex. Flexed on the whole tournament and on Tien. Thank you very much. On to the final flex. So the final flex will probably surprise most of you, because it comes from my boy, Yamcha. Now, for all of you who know who Yamcha is, you'll be like, Yamcha? What do you mean Yamcha? Yamcha's a weak bitch, which is true. And he deserves every minute of it, but it's a bit exaggerated, because even though Yamcha lost every single fight in the series, he did win one. He won one fight, and that fight was against Goku himself. That's right, my boy Yamcha kicked the crap out of Goku the first time they met. So, next time somebody tells you, oh, Yamcha's a weak bitch, just tell them that he beat the crap out of Goku the first time they fought. So, there you go. That is my list for every single one. Thank you, Yamcha. Number one, badass. And thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that nonsense. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.